Hello and welcome back to Yay Basketball, the basketball game show. Monday, November 27th, 2023. Streaming live from the Yay studio. I am your host and producer, Michael Padilla. Along with me today, I have one guy who is back with us again. We're glad to have him, John Bentley.
Hey, I'm here.
Welcome back, my friend. As well as one, Justin Moore.
Why, hello there. Good evening.
Good evening to you. And another guy working hard this holiday season, Trey Dishner.
Happy Cyber Monday, guys.
Did you feel that today?
I'll probably be feeling it more tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
But
this coming week will be tough. Yeah. I believe it, and we are all grateful for your contributions to delivering all of our unnecessary goods that we purchase over the holiday season. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. We are so glad to be here, and we really do appreciate you being with us. As always, be sure to follow us at Yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Also, while you're here watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, drop a 5-star rating, give us a review, share with friends, drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We do appreciate it when you do that. Helps us out so much. Also, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, hoodies with a whole bunch of great designs. I've got a mug here. We got some mugs abound. Mugs all around. And then also the hoodies and t-shirts and a whole bunch of stuff. So all that stuff. Go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch now. Justin.
Yeah.
Before we dive into our first game of the day, can we get to an update on the scoreboard and a recap of our picks, please?
You can indeed. Bob has taken a, not commandingly, but a lead nonetheless of Tyrese Halliburton's over 12.5 assists. He had 16. He's been dishing out assists all season long, kind of killing it. Trey, you didn't make a pick last week, but I lost my bet, so you're in second place with 3,850 points. Mm-hmm. The Magic beat the Nuggets, so I lost 1,000 points. So I am in third place with 2,550. Michael, that means it currently stands you are the big loser because the Lakers let you down.
Yes, I have 0 points. Yes, they did. Yeah. They were very close to getting that 20-point comeback from the Mavs, but they did not do it. Oh well. Okay, what are you going to do? It's still early in the season. No stress. All right. Well, we've got a fun episode today.
It's the last week of the month, dog.
Still, whatever. I was going to lose no matter what. Okay, cool. So, great. Well, John, how you been?
Been good, man. Been good. Back in town from a family vacation, enjoying the holiday, trying to not fall asleep from all the amazing food over the past few days.
I feel that, man. Goodness. I took a nap on the floor, on the hard floor. It was great. All right, guys, let's get to our first game of the day, which today is quote, unquote.
Quote, unquote.
Quote, unquote.
Quote, unquote.
Quote, unquote.
Yeah, quote unquote. In this game, I will read you two quotes. One of them is a real quote from an NBA personality, player, coach, or analyst. One is a quote that I made up. Ooh. It will be your job, the three of you, to work as a team to tell me which quote is real and what the quote is referring to. If you correctly guess the quote and the topic, you each get 200 points. If you only get one or the other, I receive the 100 points for what you missed.
Oh.
What?
It was 200 and it was 100, but I had to put it together in my brain.
Yeah, you did. You put it together. Proud of you. You did it. All right, everybody. Thanks, well, let's get to it. Round one of quote unquote. It's been incredible getting into a rhythm with these guys, you know? We're still not at full strength, you know? But you can feel the energy starting to build with what we're capable of, you know? Building that trust, you know? That's what that shot was all about, you know? Or I think we did a great job of kind of being selfless with the ball, kind of drawing two, kicking out. It kind of wasn't our best start, but we kind of found a way to get it done. And you kind of can't be mad at a win in the NBA, especially when it's our seventh straight. Those are two options.
We got a kinda versus a you know.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, or she know.
Indubitably.
I feel like I start with team but I don't.
And then the kind of, he talked about a 7-game win streak.
Mm-hmm.
So teams that have...
There's 2 teams with 7-game win streaks right now, currently as it stands today. Magic and the Suns. Currently both on 7-game win streaks. The Suns just had a game-winning shot go in.
And he was just talking about a shot.
Devin Booker. The first one that you knows was talking about a shot. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. You're right. Your nose was a
Whatever
shot.
the first one. What was the first one?
Your nose.
It's been incredible getting into a rhythm with these guys, you know?
Oh, yeah.
We're still not at full strength, you know, but you can feel the energy starting to build with what we're capable of, you know? Building that trust, you know? Mm-hmm. That's what the shot was all about, you know?
Yeah. And then the second one?
Yeah.
I think we did a great job of kind of being selfless with the ball, kind of drawing 2, kicking out. It kind of wasn't our best start, but we kind of found a way to get it done, and you kind of can't be mad at a win in the NBA, especially when it's our 7th straight.
Yeah, I got to go with the first one being real.
I
You
agree.
know.
Yeah, I'm
Devin Booker.
I'm on team first real.
Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
The shot.
Final answer?
Sure.
Let's see.
Nope.
Dang.
It is number 2.
Okay.
That is Cole Anthony.
Talking about the...
Talking about the 7-game win streak, also talking about the Magic, a season-high 33 assists in their win over the Charlotte Hornets.
Well,
yeah.
we missed that one.
Crazy.
In the summer of 1964, John Sebastian and Zal Yanofsky recruited Steve Boone and Joe Butler to join the duo in their band, The Sellouts. After honing their skills at local nightclubs like the Bull's Head and Hotel Albert, the band had their first public performance at the Night Owl Cafe. That night, the band met producer Eric Jacobson and signed with Kama Sutra Records later that week. The band would then change their name to The Lovin' Spoonful, and 6 months later would release their first single, which took the country by storm when it asked the same question I'll ask of you now: do you believe in magic? That's right, the Orlando Magic are on a 7-game win streak and somehow find themselves in the 2 seed in the East. John, we'll start with you. Do you believe in magic?
Can I say yes and no?
Yeah, say whatever you want.
Absolutely. Nope. And then
got the mic,
come
go for
on, really? Like it's a little bit of both. Like I definitely believe that they have a lot of talent. They're figuring things out. They're playing well, extremely well together. But do I believe that this holds and that this lasts past Christmas? I am not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I feel that.
Fair enough.
Justin.
I am kind of all in on the Magic at this point in time. I've gone from my watch ended, and I think I'm on the Magic train right now. I think I'm all in on this situation. Here's the thing: they're on a 7-game winning streak. They have a Rookie of the Year now going into his sophomore year, and no sophomore slump is happening. Franz is killing it, and they're on a 7-game win streak, and they haven't had their starting point guard or their starting center for the majority of November. They're playing really great defense. All they have to figure out is their offense.
Well, I mean, but they also have to figure out how to fit those people into this system that they have figured out in this time, like once all of those people are back and they're healthy. So I just think it's full question marks right now. There are people that they expect to fill these holes, and there are people that they expect to play better. But right now, this is a thing. And what happens when you have to deal with player emotions and the systems when people are back healthy and everything comes back together? So as much as you could be 100% correct, I think like you could fully miss this one. Like it's a very easy situation to be
I've missed enough in my life, so like it's fine.
I like the Magic.
Yeah, I'm all in. I do think they're a playoff team, and here's what I will say. I think they're a scary playoff team only from this perspective of this. Either the bright lights are too big and they shy away from the moment, right? Or they're not gassed out because they've got energy for days, because I don't think anybody on this roster is over 30. And I think they don't know what they don't know, so they're just going to go like a bull in a china shop, like, let's play, let's just go. So you're going to have to really go at them to beat them because they're going to play hard every single night.
Before we get to you, Trey, I just want to give a shout out to the viewer watching right now whose account name is Phoenix Sun and just commented Phoenix Sun. So, Trey,
Thank you, Phoenix Sun.
do you believe in the Magic?
Phoenix Sun,
I believe
day.
in Magic. The Orlando Magic is a great team. They have a bunch of young guards that are playing well. They have, Cole Anthony stepping in. He dropped 30 points last night, I believe. Franz Wagner. They got ex-rookie of the year,
Yep.
Paulo Banchero. Amazing player. Joe Ingles comes in, that veteran presence. I believe in the Magic, and like Justin said, I think this team could be a team to look out for in the playoffs.
I agree. So I do believe in the Magic as well. They don't have a singular star that's leading them to all these wins. Paolo is going to be that, I think, at some point we can probably all agree on. But at least this season, he's not that right now. But it's a true team effort. 33 assists last night against Charlotte. Franz Wagner, 30. Cole Anthony, 30, like you mentioned, off the bench, too. Yep. They're tied for first in defensive rating. They're third in net rating. They've got something figured out, man. I'm a little worried that this might be happening a little too soon for them to be this high up, but I also don't think they'll finish at the number 2 seed. I would be surprised if they were a home court team. But a little concerned on the timeline, but I think that everyone's developing properly. I think we can also most likely agree that they would lose in a series to Boston or Milwaukee.
But I think that's where I'm a little bit shocked by all of you's like all in.
I'm not all
like,
in.
Okay, but
just think they're a playoff team.
As far as
believe in
saying they're a
Magic.
playoff team, like even if they're a playoff team, I kind of look at them as like I trust them to make the play in. I don't necessarily trust them to make the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's fine.
I just don't. I'm not fully there, and I think that as much as they've had a good streak, 7 in a row, like we can't expect 7 in a row. So maybe we can expect 5 out of 7. Maybe. Like realistically, I'm a 4 out of 7 for this Magic team. So I'm on the positive side. I think they're, on a coin toss, like I take them, but like I'm looking more at like, can we get a playoff spot rather than getting a play-in spot? That's where I am with the Magic.
And I think that's where their mind needs to be. That's what their mindset needs to be. But I mean, Jamal Moses got this team humming, and the defense is the thing. They're not fluking their way into wins. They're winning games that are winnable. I mean, they make games winnable with that defense. They've got a damn good defense.
And they're unpredictable. Like, you don't know how to
for sure.
game plan for this team. That's what makes them scary.
Yeah.
Because it's not a Miami Heat. It's not a LA Lakers. You're not used to seeing this Magic team.
Right.
So
It's been a long time since
My
they've had a good
question would
Magic
be-
team.
Do you believe in the Timberwolves?
No.
Oh. So that's where we differ, because those teams have beaten the Nuggets, the Celtics, the Lakers. They've beaten the Pacers. They've beat
That's a
all the
very good
contenders. They've beaten the
defensive
Bucks.
I don't care at all.
So for me, I go, you're beating all the teams you're supposed to, like, you shouldn't be beating.
Yeah.
Why
You should
wouldn't I
look out
believe in
for
you
'em.
when you're proving to me time and time again? So it wasn't like they just beat the Nuggets or they just beat the Bucks or they just beat the Celtics. They beat all of them.
Now, more so with Minnesota than with Orlando. Like, I think that they're kind of playing above their heads. I think they're playing above their actual level. I think they are going to settle down and get back to a median. Like, I think they're more on a streak than this is the new Minnesota. With Orlando, I definitely think like this is a change. This is a new regime. This is a new group, a new young group. They're energetic. They're exciting. They have something going on. Minnesota is still solving problems from last year. And every time I see them play well, it's something that's just like, oh, this is something they needed to work on for a while. And there are still just only, in my opinion, there's just glimpses of them playing well. They have stretches where they play well. I don't think that team has a single thing figured
they
out.
just
Other
got those
than
bigs together.
it's Ant's team. I think that's the one thing that Minnesota knows. Orlando probably doesn't even know that much, but like that kind of is helping Orlando and why I believe more in them, because a team structure fits for them. Minnesota, sorry, like there's no team. When it comes down to it, this is Ant Edwards. He will make the decisions and we will work around what he decides for us to do.
Sure.
I mean, both of those teams have excellent
Yeah.
defenses
Yeah,
and
that's
young stars and their timelines are a little different. The clock's ticking in Minnesota. Orlando, they're, like I said, I think we were probably in agreement that they're a little ahead of schedule right now by being the number 2 seed.
Here
It does
first.
feel very reminiscent of New Orleans last year.
Here's
Yeah.
your first. They will finish as the best team in Florida. They will finish with a better record than the Heat do.
And we're already
Possible.
rushing Minnesota, and they just got Gobert and Towns together last year.
Yeah, and then
So,
Towns missed like 40-something games.
Let's give it a little
50-something.
bit.
Yeah.
They'll be all right.
All right, 200 points to me. Thank you so much for those. On to question 2 now. Here are your 2 quotes. Oh, yeah. I think that's a moment that will go down in my career. A game winner with, I think it was less than 2 seconds. And as a kid, that's all you dream about. I'm happy to do it on the big stage. Or There was no way I was going to miss that one. I grew up dreaming of that moment, and when the ball left my hands, I just knew it was going in. I knew it was going in when I was a kid. I knew it was going in tonight. Those are 2 quotes.
Yowza.
So this is from this past week, I'm guessing?
Yep.
Yeah.
From this past week.
Did Chet hit that game winner this past week?
No.
No.
Against the Magic? Or against the
That was
Warriors?
last week.
So then it's not Chet.
So it's
Then I'm running with Booker. Then I'm rolling with Booker.
Could be Chet.
yeah.
But you just said the quote was from this past week, and the
But
Chet thing wasn't this past
He
week.
asked me what time. I didn't say the Chet thing wasn't that. I didn't say it wasn't. It could be Chet.
It could be Chet.
But it's not.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I like how quote A sounded a whole lot more than quote B. So if I'm just like trying to get, because I'm not sure. I'm really not sure of this one.
So if I told you Chet said one of those quotes, which one would you believe Chet would say?
I'm dead.
I think he's going.
Just hear me out.
quote A,
Hear me out.
man.
Hear me out for a second.
It-
With the first one?
yeah.
Okay, if I told you Devin Booker said one of those quotes, which one do you think he would say?
I still say A, man.
Really? I think
no,
it'd be B.
Booker would be B. He's
I think
super
Booker would be B.
Booker's super confident.
Yeah, Booker's like,
He's
I knew that was
known as
going in. Don't
talking
even
crap.
worry about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I
I'd
just
see this going in
we
as a
just
kid. But
failed
Chet
on the
too.
Suns just a
I
second
look
ago.
at that more of a Chet thing though, but like because I look at it more of a Chet quote, and I like quote A more because Devin Booker this is not his first buzzer beater. This is not his first game winner. He's had bigger shots. He had bigger shots that mattered a little bit more when they like absolutely needed to make something in the even in the bubble.
But it just
You know?
happened too.
I like
True.
that angle
That's true.
on that this is Chet. This would be Chet's first game winner.
Here's
But
what,
it's not. But he said it's from this past week.
so here's what I will. Here's all I'll say. I
It wasn't
will
even
roll.
a game winner. It was a game tire.
Game tire.
Chet's shot, at least.
I think it's Booker and B.
Booker.
That's what I think.
Booker B.
If you want to do something else, I'll do
roll.
that. But I don't care.
Nah, man, you guys
Double
got it.
B's.
That's two.
So,
Let's
so
do it.
you're hypothesizing that it's Booker. What would Booker be talking about?
His game winner.
Oh, okay then.
Nope.
Nope.
We'll split the points.
Okay.
You got the quote wrong. It is
But it was
quote
Booker.
A was the correct quote, but it was Booker talking about his game winner.
Okay.
So
Sounds
good.
good.
Job. 100 points to everybody.
Thank you.
Although they've been fighting health since before the season even started, and we have yet to see their big three on the floor together, the Phoenix Suns have won 7 straight games and find themselves in the 3 seed out west. Trey, we'll start with you this time. Do you expect them to keep up this level of play without Beal? And what do you expect when they are fully healthy?
I do expect them to keep up this this level of play if Yusuf Nurkic keeps playing how he's playing. He's doing well. He's averaging a double-double. Kevin Durant, he hasn't been playing, but we have Devin Booker obviously stepping up, hitting big game shots. Still waiting on Bradley Beal to show up, but I think this team can keep it up. I don't know if they're going to stay on a long streak like they've been on. Like, was it 7 games?
Yeah, they're eventually going to lose again.
Yeah, obviously.
some point.
But I don't see them playing as well as that. I think they'll drop a little bit,
They went out.
but
Yeah, they
they
win
just
every-
went out the rest of the season. No,
They finished 76-6.
yeah, I definitely see them dropping a few games
I'm here for it. I want
within the next
Rooting for
week.
it.
I see them dropping like a back to back.
But then I want them getting swept in the first round.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Justin, tell me about the Suns.
Historically, I've not been in on the Phoenix Suns franchise or the team. Last year, I was out on them.
Very out.
They were in shambles until they traded for Kevin Durant. I think trading for Bradley Beal is going to come back to kind of bite them because I just feel like with a back injury, I don't know if you're ever going to be fully healthy again because it's a back. Who really knows what's going on? I do think Devin Booker and Kevin Durant are good enough to keep them as a home court playoff team. I do think the two of that offensive firepower, we've seen Kevin Durant just play amazing this entire time. Now he's been out, but he also carried them for the first part of the season. So I go, okay, you rest a little bit, Devin Booker takes over a little bit, and then hopefully Bradley Beal comes back into the picture.
like Michael.
Right? I will say if they would have traded Chris Paul for something other than Bradley Beal, I think they could have been way better off. But I expect them to be a home court playoff team.
John.
I think they have gotten very fortunate in having to deal with injuries back to back and not having to try to figure out how they're going to piece together this big three and how they're going to play together. It's still something that's up in the air, and we all can still be optimistic and positive about it because they haven't played together and we haven't seen it not work.
Yeah.
But the structure that they have now, with someone always being the star player, or with there never being more than two people as the offensive stars, I think they've gotten to a level where this makes role players know what they need to do, and know what holes they need to fill. It's
important.
This makes it to where Kevin Durant does this, Devin Booker does this, and on the nights that we have both, you can fill your hole more easily. Like, it's way, way, way easier to. It's way, way, way easier
to fill your hole. All right, understood.
Oh, resume.
Sorry, continue.
It's easier to know what your role is as a role player.
Better than a hole player. Sorry, go ahead.
All these hole fillers out here.
No,
It's
exactly,
crazy.
exactly. It's better to know how to play your role when you don't have three superstars to work around, or you don't have the ball constantly going. Every single set is running through these three people. Like, I think it's been a good position for them. So I think they have been a little bit fortunate to not have to deal with everybody being there and everyone looking for their shots or looking for their offense or trying to live up to what they've been in their career to this point. Like, if we've seen Bradley Beal at all, it's just like, can I get through the game? Can I see how my legs feel? Can I see how my back feels? So, yeah, I think the Suns still have a lot of questions to answer, but they're playing well, and I think the system and the structure that they have right now is going to help them. Because when people if they ever get it figured out with all three of the stars, when they have to know that it's role playing time, this is what I have to do, they'll know where to fill the holes.
Shout out to filling holes out here.
A real bad man.
All right. So I'm going to be honest. The Suns are a little scary to me. I am on record on this show saying 25 games max. I don't think we'll get 25 games or less of the big three in the regular season. And I think that will haunt them in the postseason because, yes, it's good for building chemistry amongst your role players and hole fillers, but I don't think that they'll. I don't think that if those three guys are a complete cohesive unit together, they can't really go and contend. I don't think they're going to win a championship, but I think they could make some noise in the spring. You know, big time players win you games, and that's exactly what Booker did against the Knicks the other night. They're shooting the lights out. They're obviously top 5 offense when they get KD, Beal, and Booker on the floor. If that happens, I think we can all assume it'll happen at some point. I think there will be growing pains, but I think for a series or two, there'll be a tough matchup for whoever they face. Like I said, I don't see them being a championship team.
No way.
I don't see them being
Not a lot of depth.
I think they might be that fourth team of the four because I like the Wolves and the Thunder, man. I think both of those teams can be home court teams, and obviously the Nuggets are going to creep back up to the first seed. So, top 4 seed for the Suns for me, but I don't think a championship is on the horizon. All right, guys, 100 points to everybody. Great job. On to question 3 and our final question for this game. Here are your 2 quotes. It's important. It's important. It's important to get home court advantage, not have to travel. We don't know who it's going to be against, but it's nice to get that first postseason feel. Or, it matters. It does. I've never won anything. I got close in high school but didn't get there. Got knocked out of the tournament a few times. We're all competitive guys, me especially. You put a trophy up there, we're all going to go after it.
So this is that first quote.
Yeah, that got me.
Honestly,
it reeled me in.
It
But
spoke to me. You
for
know
real.
what I mean?
Yeah.
If I heard that quote, I'm all in on whatever that person's talking about. I tell you what, like if my coach would have given me that, I'd be in the NBA right now.
That's all,
I'd have been all in. You know
that's
what
all
I
you
mean?
need is a motivational
Just one
speech.
motivational speech, I'm in.
Holy crap.
That being said, I do think it's the second quote that's the real one. Who's talking? They're talking about the in-season tournament. That's obviously the big thing right now.
So think about the teams who won.
The Pacers clinched. They're 4-0.
4-0.
So I want to say it's a Tyrese Halliburton talking about the in-season tournament. with quotes.
It's his first playoff. That'd be his first. Yeah,
Yeah, he's not won anything.
he went to Iowa State. They didn't win anything.
What's it? His third year, second year, third year?
Yeah,
Fourth year, something like that.
he got drafted by Sac. They didn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
No.
sack drafters, and then
Yeah.
Better than getting dragged by your sack.
But yeah, what me? Huh?
What do you think, John?
I'm a little bit more thinking this is man.
You want to hear him again?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, please.
Love
Yeah,
to.
give me a
It's important.
refresher.
It's important. It's important to get home court advantage, not have to travel. We don't know who it's going to be against, but it's nice to get that first postseason feel. Or it matters. I've never won anything. I got close in high school, didn't get there. Got knocked out of the tournament a few times. Look, we're all competitive guys. You put a trophy up there, we're all going to go for it.
It's Halliburton, second one.
I think it is Dame in the first one.
Okay.
I don't know, because it's hard for me to conceive that almost any NBA player hasn't won anything. No high school championships, no college anything, no whatever. Like, I don't know how many accolades he could be talking about. So I think that second quote is just like, it's a lot. It's a lot to say about like any single player.
Every
in the
NBA player was the guy in high school, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like every single one.
I get what you mean.
Like they could win games by themselves. The Bucks ended up 3-0 as well. Like the Pacers were 4-0 in the in-season tournament group play, but the Bucks ended at 3-0, and I think they have performed well in those in-season tournament games. Like they've played better in those games, and they've kind of played. They've had some pretty bad losses throughout the year. So I think it is Dame,
okay.
and I think it is quote A.
Might I
or one.
potentially talk you out of this? Hear me out.
I mean, it's a
Hear me out.
We're on the
Hear me
same
out.
team.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
I'm with
The
you.
majority of NBA players went to college.
Yeah.
Right? They
Yep.
played college ball. So the majority of NBA players didn't win
Thanks, Mark.
a national championship. No
Sure,
shot.
but he said
Yeah,
anything.
No shot. No shot, right? Now, how much more poetic is it for Tyrese Halliburton to not have won a high school championship, to not have won in college, to now win the inaugural in-season tournament?
I'm with Tyrese Halliburton, second quote.
But you're a guest in this house.
Yeah, I will roll with you guys.
And I'm honoring your choice for
just-
Damian
We're going with John.
Lillard.
We're going with John.
First quote.
I just don't.
And if it's
think-
Halliburton, second quote,
I'll feel better.
I
I'll
might
feel good
Wizards
knowing
fan
that
myself if you watched last week.
So you're going Damian Lillard with the second quote?
First quote.
First quote,
First quote, Lillard?
right,
Yeah.
John?
Yes,
That's what he thinks.
that's what I think.
We're going to split. The first quote is correct, but it is Tyrese Halliburton.
Really?
Talking
I wouldn't have
about
thought
the
that he didn't win
in-season
anything.
tournament. No, I made
Okay.
that one up.
Okay,
That was the one that I made.
Okay, yeah.
The first quote was the real one.
He juiced you.
All right,
Filled
he
the
got,
hole.
but I got the player at least.
He said this.
Well, hold up. I
no,
thought
we
I thought we won if we got the quote right.
Well, we got
It's
the quote
it's
right.
one for one.
1 and 1.
You got to pick which quote is real and what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
we don't get all.
So we got the
points.
quote right. It was the quote. He didn't win nothing.
That was not. That was made up. I made that
sorry.
one up. We're all
Sorry.
over the place. 100
I'm
points
all
to
over the
everybody.
place,
It doesn't really matter anymore.
Good. What's the question?
No, yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. The Indiana Pacers swept through the group stage of the in-season tournament to clinch their group and secure home court advantage. Led by fourth-year guard Tyrese Halliburton's 22 points per game and league-leading 12.5 assists per game, the Pacers have the number one ranked offense in the entire league at nearly 124 points per game.
Woo.
Does Tyrese Halliburton have a shot at an MVP?
Yes, he does.
Well, you just take it. Go for it then, Chief.
He does.
Okay.
And why he does?
Yep. Tell me why.
He's leading the league in assists. He's
Mars.
done it 2 years in a row.
Nope.
Or no, so he James Harden ended up beating him out, but he was top in assists. He's already broken Mark Jackson's record.
What record?
I mean, he's
the record.
Yeah,
Okay.
the assist record. Sorry.
Oh, the Pacers record, right?
Pacers assist record. Yeah, last season he did that. I mean, he's the number one guard in the East right now.
Agreed.
That he is the
Full
number one
agree.
guard in the East, and so I honestly, I don't know how you don't say he has a
I
shot
agree
as an
that
MVP.
he is the number one guard in the East right now. Like, he's playing out of his mind, but I would still tell you he has absolute 0% of winning the MVP. As well as I think he's playing and as good as he looks.
What if the Pacers make a run in the playoffs and end up?
Playoffs.
Oh yeah,
Playoffs,
yeah, that's true.
So my thing is, like, I think he's more likely to get this in-season tournament MVP.
Hey, I like
than,
that.
Yeah.
than to get a regular season MVP. Like,
Okay.
I just think there are so many challenges, and you have to win a media story competition to get the regular season MVP. So I just don't think he's going to do enough from playing in Indiana and move the needle enough for them to where he'll
Fair
get
enough.
that MVP award. But with that said, still, he's incredible. Like, he's playing out of his mind. Like, his in-season tournament numbers don't make any sense. And
He's
his
going
little
crazy.
skip thing.
Oh, I love it,
That's
dude.
the newest. That's one of the best highlights now.
Yeah.
He's having
great.
so much fun, man.
I gotta add that to
celebrations.
2K.
And
I
The little
already know
skip
they
gotta
away
figure
when
it-
you hit
so
a
they-
thing.
they
Yeah,
gotta get that in
Ronnie
the game.
2K, you got to do something.
Yeah, but
Justin, I know you're going to tell me that he can't win an MVP, but can you give me a reason why he won't win MVP?
So he won't win MVP because he's just not as good as. So when we say he has a chance, so we're saying he's going to finish top 5 in MVP voting. Is that what you would say is a chance at MVP?
I would say that. Yeah, I would definitely say
Yeah,
that.
he's nowhere near that level of player right now, and
What?
I don't think it's even arguable. I don't think it's
How?
arguable that he's
That's
having.
extreme.
Okay,
You were on such a normal path, and
Come
you
on,
did
Justin.
such a hard left.
Jokic, Luka, Embiid,
West.
Tatum,
East. Okay.
MVPs of the league. By the way, it's not just the Eastern Conference.
He's
higher,
up there.
He's
He is
playing
higher on
better
the
than
MVP
Tatum
ladder
right
than
now.
Tatum. Yeah, he's playing.
No,
better
he's
than
not.
Tatum. Yes,
Tatum
he
team's
is.
in first place. So
That does not
Okay, so you're
always
saying
agree.
are
You
you
told
full
us
best
exactly
player on
before
best
this
team?
season started why Tatum wouldn't win MVP, and the big reason was because he's not going to be the reason they're winning. So you can't now go backwards and
that
flip the
was
exact
not the biggest
thing.
reason, but that's okay. So the real reason I don't think he can win MVP against the other MVP candidates is because he's got more help on his team than a lot of them do. That's why. But comparatively to Tyrese Halliburton, it's when you look at those two players, none of us are going to be like, yeah, he's having a better season than Tatum. He's a better player than Tatum. He's not. He doesn't play defense that well.
think we
one
all
of the
can look
he
at
is
him right
arguably
now.
the best facilitator in the league, but I still don't think that's even the case. So I just don't see that he can legitimately have an argument for MVP as of right this second.
I think the only thing that will get him if he does play amazing, keeps shooting 50% from the 3, keeps playing at the level he's playing, is that he plays for Indiana. It's just going to be the same thing with the Victor and the Chet thing with the Rookie of the Year. It's Oklahoma's going to be in playoff contention. San Antonio's not. Not saying I don't think the Pacers, they may make the playoffs. They may not. But if they're not, that's going to hurt them.
They're going to make the playoffs.
They have to make the playoffs
Yes,
for him to even.
but he's
or like to be
they
in the shot.
They might be a top 4 seed. I think they probably will get to 4 because obviously while I believe in the Magic, I don't think the Magic. It goes against what I just said. So
It's hard.
no, I think
I
that
don't-
you know what I
yeah.
mean. The Pacers, I just
tough.
don't see it happening.
No.
So when I look at all those other players, I go, all those other guys have a better shot at the MVP. I didn't even name Giannis or Kevin Durant. Or you know what I mean, or SGA, or whoever else.
Dame.
So to me, I go, there's just so many players
saying
that I
Dame's
just
gonna
go,
win it, but-
they are going to have a better argument for MVP than Tyrese Halliburton will have an argument for MVP.
Fair enough. I agree
everything
with
you
that.
said.
I agree with that.
Like, I don't. I think Tatum is in the same boat as him and struggling to get notoriety. And Tatum isn't playing well enough to where he's past Halliburton right now. So I just think that's a bad name, but I do like your argument.
I mean, I guess Tatum's so much better at basketball than Tyrese Halliburton.
I just don't think.
Is
it's
he?
I don't think you're
He's-
watching.
They're
He's
two,
not
different.
playing better
They're
than
two
him right
different
now.
players.
And
You
it's,
can't.
no, and it's
they're two
strictly
different
because
players,
Halliburton's
two different
in year
positions.
3. Tatum's not in year 3.
Tatum
And
is not playing
Four.
better
Four.
than him right now, though.
Year 4.
Who scores better?
Tatum.
Okay, who rebounds better?
Tatum.
Who plays more defense?
Tatum.
So like
That's a
These
wash.
that's
Well, wait a
not a,
minute.
wash.
Hold up. Who's
We
the-
just
wait.
praised Tatum.
Enough.
I don't.
Enough.
Okay.
You're getting
I don't
heated,
know
and
enough
no
off
one
the-
is no one is getting into it with you. You're just.
I don't know
yelling
enough off
just
the
to yell.
top of
No,
my
we
head,
just,
but I
we
mean,
just
Halliburton's
praised Tatum
shooting-
for his defense on Kevin Durant a few postseasons ago. What are we doing?
It's probably a bit too early, I think. The Nuggets are struggling just a bit right now, but Jokic is obviously still the clear front runner for MVP. I do think he will be a top 5 finisher, though. I also think that SGA could be a top 5
yeah.
finisher, though. I don't.
Sure.
I just the leading the league in assists and winning the games the way he is. He becomes the guy when he needs to in the fourth quarter.
I think you haven't even mentioned the part that's the most important. He is shooting the 3 so
Yes.
well, and he's above where anyone would have
50%.
thought for him to be. Like, it's nuts. His numbers are ridiculous. So, like, that's something that's kind of being like forgotten or left in the wash. but I think he's got a great chance. His numbers are going to look great by the end of the year.
I think he'll get MVP votes. He's obviously not going to win the MVP this year. I do think he'll get a vote or two, though.
Yeah.
All right, guys. 100 points to all of us as we move on to. It's time for a little thing that we've done before. It's something that you like. It's something that I like. We all like it. Let's do it together. It's something where we're going to ask and answer all the things that I'm curious about. It's time for the Curiosity Corner. As I stall very clearly. Welcome to the Curiosity Corner. Like I said a second ago, it's the place where we ask and answer the questions that we're just curious about. John, it's been a while since we've had you on. First time with the season back, the league in session. Are you at all worried about the Nuggets after going 5-5 in their last 10?
0% worried about the Nuggets. No. They are going to be right there in the thick of things with every single top team that you can think of by the end of the year. Yeah, they're going to have their struggles. They've had injuries with the team on those nights and in those games where they have unexpected injuries and different lineups than usual. Like, yeah, there's going to be a bit of a struggle, and they might lose a couple games. But I think the only thing with them even going 5-5 is it's the regular season, and there are some points that we have to figure out.
Justy?
I am more confident in the Nuggets than I've ever been. After going 5-5, I think they get a little bit of a humbleness to them. They go, oh, we're not going to run through everything. They have Jamal Murray's injury that they're dealing with, which I think led to a little bit of fatigue on Jokic's side, considering the Nuggets have played a lot of back-to-backs in 3 games and 5 nights. So I think that coupled with the injury bug, I think this is the right time to go through that struggle. And so you kind of hit mid-season form and you're just humming on all cylinders. So yeah, I'm more confident than ever. My preseason pick.
Trey?
Wouldn't go into saying I'm really confident. I'm a little worried about the Nuggets with Gordon's heel injury. Jokic is dealing with a little bit of back stuff. I'm sure he's just taking some rest. Jamal Murray being out. Don't really know how big that injury is. I know they say he's supposed to be coming back soon.
He'll be back this week.
This week?
Yep.
So if Michael Porter Jr. can stay healthy, I mean, I see them still being a contender in the West. I'm not too worried about them, but injury is still a big worry for me.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. They'll be fine. Okay. Hey, John. Just curious. Who will finish with a worse record in the East? The Wizards or the Pistons?
I'm going Wizards straight up. I know, man, it's weird because I picked them to win today. So crazy. I picked them to win this head-up matchup. But if the Pistons end up losing more games than the Wizards, it's by some sort of design. Coaches will rest certain players and work on these different lineups towards the end of the year when they're not building towards anything. Like there will be a constructed way for the organization to try to lose, rather than like the Wizards are just not going to be able to win games when they're 100% trying to win games.
Yeah.
So I think the Pistons have more talent and they have more NBA knowledge on their roster, if that makes any sense. So, yeah.
I gotta go with the Pistons losing more games, finishing lower. And here's why.
I'm sorry. I just looked at the numbers here. Hang on a second. I'm sorry to interrupt you. The first episode that we did after the season came back, they had just beat the Bulls, and they were 2-1, and they had this great win against Chicago, and we did this. I asked the question: who's more likely to make an in-season tournament run, the Pistons or the Bulls? And 2 out of the 4 of us, I think it was George. I think George said Bulls. I think I said Pistons. I was like, I like what the Pistons got going on. They have not won a single game since I said that. Sorry, go ahead, Justin.
And I just the Pistons, I just feel like are kind of a cursed franchise for a little bit. The Pistons, their coach better hope they win some games because he signed a big old deal, and we were all super excited about it. And so they got time. I think they're playing the long game a little bit in that situation, whereas I think the Wizards will squeak out some wins because I think the Wizards' top talent is better right now than the Pistons' top talent. So generally speaking, the better player on the court wins you games, so I think that could happen.
Okay, I agree. They're working on some things, but where they're at in the season, they've lost 13 in a row. The Spurs have lost 12 in a row. So I don't think by any means, like I have nothing in me that's just like the Spurs. They're probably not really trying to play that hard. They're not really trying to win. I think they're more so trying to set their rotation, get guys used to playing this rotation, even if this isn't the best rotation that they could put on the court right now. I think they're like, no, we're building towards something. We have to get used to playing a certain way, and I think that's a lot of what the Pistons are doing as well. So I don't think either of those teams are going to continue to have extended losing streaks.
Great.
I see it being the Detroit Pistons, and I was reading up that they've had like the worst NBA record in the past like 20 years.
Yeah.
I see them tanking and
Them and
getting
the Hornets, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very close.
See them tanking and going after a big in the draft.
Yeah, Pistons are booty cheeks.
Yeah.
All right.
They will finish one game ahead of the Wizards, who will be
they
in
will.
last place.
I'm like, come on, you can't just be me.
Wizards are gonna be asshole all year long. Here's another one.
Oh,
Hey Trey,
Hey, Michael.
why the hell haven't the Raptors blown it up?
I'll tell you what, brother.
Tell you what,
I don't
brother.
I don't know, but they need to. I think they need to draft OG or not draft. They need to
Draft him
trade.
again. Fuck it.
Draft them again and get rid of them. No, they need to trade OG. Get him out of there. Get some pieces for him. I don't know
I like pizzas.
where to.
Oh, pieces.
I don't know, but they need to do something with Pascal and OG. Dennis Schroeder has been playing amazing. Scotty Barnes has been playing amazing.
Yeah, he has. Golly, he's
But
a beast in fantasy.
I think they keep those two pieces, obviously, and get some trade pieces for Pascal and OG.
Justin.
I think it might be time to maybe
Say bye-bye to Masai.
Well, there's that.
Oh.
I like that rhyme.
That's what you
I was
were
kind
about
of
to
going to
say.
go that way. To just admit that the Raptors are a bad franchise.
They don't have a lot of success historically.
They have the one
They got
success.
the one because one
and
Kawhi.
I think
One
they kind of
Kawhi.
stumbled into that one
Well, they made a really good trade, but yes.
for sure. And they
Nick
kind
Nurse
of,
was-
and I think
they had a really good team that year.
yeah. And I think that's it. I think we're kind of done. I think they really
Move
got
'em.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
KD
Mexico City, here we
blew his
go.
Achilles out.
Wait, what? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm
if
just
he
saying.
didn't get hurt.
Same thing. I don't think there's that much of a difference between the Raptors front office and their organization and the Bulls. We all know how we feel about the Bulls. So
yeah, I hear that. Yep. John Bentley.
Okay, so the question was, why haven't the Raptors blown
Yeah,
it up?
what the fuck
That's
is going
what we're
on?
curious about. What's going on? Okay, they haven't blown it up because they're still on the line to make the play-in tournament because they don't know. I think first off, they've been a little bit too good, and that whole bye-bye to Masai, like, nah, man, just don't play those games.
Wait, I'm just saying, it's been a long time.
Sure, since they've won the whole thing, since they've made a deep playoff run, absolutely. But they've had a great team for the past, I don't know how many years. I don't know when the last time I could say.
you took the words right out of my mouth, Trey.
We're going all the way there.
They've had a good team.
Okay, they've had
Not
a
great
good team. They've played together.
They've been
They're not
competitive.
making
Yeah.
championship runs, sure. But the Raptors are still solid, and you don't know which piece to trade because you don't know which pieces are going to still fit together after you make whatever the trade is. So I think that staying at a point of mediocrity and not giving up too much, just kind of riding it out and trying to figure out which guys play together, which pieces fit together is why you don't blow it up quite yet. Because a complete start over is worse. We try to make it like a complete start over isn't that bad, but didn't we just talk about the Wizards as being one of the guaranteed worst 2 teams in the league. Like
I don't know what
they
the
keep trying to blow it up and start over, and they have no continuity to build around.
I don't know what the plan was.
What is the point? What's the point of literally trading everything you have? Like you know, OG Anunoby is a good trade piece. You know, he's someone who's also just going to be a solid playmaker for his team. Why would you get rid of him when you don't know what to fill that hole with?
I would trade him over Pascal.
Fill the hole merch coming soon.
I thought you could get more pieces with him.
I like pizzas. So I don't know why they haven't, but I wish they would, because I just look at certain teams around the league. Like, what the fuck are the Bulls doing? We've talked about that.
Yeah.
The Pistons are underperforming on their rebuild. I don't know what the fuck the Wizards are doing. The Nets are, I think, probably where they want to be in terms of the guys that they've acquired. The Hawks, they've got their roster. The Cavs, they've got their roster. The Knicks, I think, are going to be big buyers. The Heat are in the conference finals every year. The Pacers, they're right on schedule. The Sixers, they're always contenders. The Bucks, contenders. Excuse me, Celtics contenders, Magic contenders. All these teams in the Eastern Conference have direction. They have a plan. And then I look at guys like the Raptors, the Bulls, and the Wizards, and I go, hey guys,
What's the plan?
what the fuck are we doing? What's the plan? I'm not saying bye-bye Masai, but at what point do you?
Maybe the Bulls trade, yeah.
Bing, bing, bing. Here
Uh-oh.
we go.
Levine
to the Bulls.
We're off the
Levine
Bulls
to
right
the
now. Right now,
Raptors.
we're on the Raptors right now. The Raptors don't need to trade 4 players. They need to trade for a future.
You trade 3 players.
Who just got a bunch of picks
Thunder?
and who's trying to make a run.
Ooh, Pascal with the Thunder goes crazy.
Well, there's that. And another team out east.
wow.
Crazy too.
Pascal to the Thunder goes crazy.
With Phil and Lou
They might
Dort's
lose a player
spot?
soon anyway.
Oh,
but
man.
OG is a really good trade piece for, I don't know, the 76ers who need defense.
Yeah, they are.
And a guy who doesn't need the ball, so Tyrese Maxey can continue to flourish. And we don't know when that other guy's coming back. He got hit by a car. Did he get hit by a car? Who knows?
But that seems like a great suggestion as far as statistics. But where does he play?
OG?
Where's who play?
Are you taking
OG?
Are you just fully? Yeah. Are you just fully taking Tobias Harris out of the lineup?
No, I think
you're
you're
putting
going
him-
Maxey, OG.
You think you can play them together?
But I think
OG
the
at the
Sixers.
2.
I think the
OG at the
Sixers.
2?
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
The Sixers
What?
would
He's a
trade.
2.
The Sixers would potentially trade 2 firsts for him, and then you could probably get at least a first, if not 2, for Pascal out of Oklahoma City. And now you have 4 first-round picks. Hey, how'd the rebuild go for Oklahoma City? They're doing pretty well right now.
I just think
how's
we
the future
start
looking in
with
San
not
Antonio?
having enough
Looking
floor
pretty good
space.
right now.
I just like you trade OG for defense. He's not going to give you a ton of help on the offensive side. Like Tobias is a solid shooter, but he's not a great shooter. So I
playing
don't
well
think
this year.
floor spaces come. I just don't think floor spacing works well enough with the 2 of those people being on the court with
think that's a
Embiid
good-
and Maxey. And then who else are we putting with them? Because I feel like we
Embiid,
have to figure
so
out
it'd be
who's-
Maxey, OG, and then your 3 at that point. Well,
Oubre when he comes back.
yeah, Oubre if he comes back.
And then you play Tobias at the 4 with Embiid? Or
Tobias
what?
plays
Tobias-
at the 4 a lot, but yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Nope, wrong one. Oh,
Well,
that's the wrong answer. Hey, John. Who's your dark horse in the West? You got one? There's a Western Conference right there if you need a visual.
Dark horse in the West.
Well, let's not say championship. You know, we're not trying to go crazy, but like, who could make a little
Who's
noise
gonna
out
make
there
a
that ain't
run?
nobody talking
Make
about
some
right
noise. Okay, so as much as Danny Ainge hates it,
now? Oh shit!
Utah could absolutely make some noise and do something. They're going to be some level of a spoiler in this whole process.
Sitting at 5-11, they're 3-7 in their last 10.
Absolutely. And I bet if you ever choose to bet against them, you are losing money that night for some reason. Like, that's just how the team works.
absolutely not, by the way.
I'm not trying
I'm
to
gonna
tell
pick against
you
them every
that they're
year.
going to be amazing. I'm not trying to tell you that they're going to make a championship run. They are going to make someone's night frustrating. They're going to make somebody's play-in run difficult. They are going to get in the way for some other teams, and I think that's where I would focus right now. Because I don't think anybody else is like even at a point that it would be a surprise if they make a run. Like they're kind of where the line is in the West, in my opinion.
I got a name. I got a team name. The Houston Rockets.
Ooh, you stole it.
Holy shit!
Stole it from me.
Houston Rockets are my dark horse to spoil somebody's playoff run because they've got a coach that's been there, done that. That coaches teams. They got a decent amount of talent. They've got a top 5-ish center in the league right now.
I'll give you that. I love me.
You know what I mean? Fred, been there, done that.
Goon.
right? They play defense. They can score with anybody, and they've beaten some of the top teams. I mean, and then I asked the real would you rather question the other day. What was it? Would you, if you're Adam Silver, would you rather give the MVP to Ja, or would you rather give Coach of the Year to Ime? Because they go on a run, it's going to be hard not to put him in contention for Coach of the Year.
I don't know. My pick's looking pretty spicy up there at the number 2 seed.
Yeah, but they're not a dark horse.
Dagnalt. No, Coach of the Year. Trey!
So Justin kind of stole mine, but I got another one. So mine's going to be the LA Clippers, who just made a trade for Harden. They did not get off to a good start with Harden, as you guys all know, but I feel like this team's going to get it figured out. Paul George, James Harden, and Kawhi is going to be the dark horse out of the West.
You know, I've been to a lot of cities around the United States. One place I've never been, New Orleans. One place I think that we might be going in round 2 of the playoffs. What?
These are dark horses for you all?
New Orleans? They're at 9 and 8. They're in the 9 seed.
That's where they're at right now. But before
wait,
Zion got hurt last year, they were the number 1 team in the West. Like, how's that a dark horse? They should make the playoffs. They should be right in the mix.
But my point is,
the Rockets should be right in the mix.
That's-
The
The
Clippers
Rockets
should be right
you're
in the
not the
mix.
Rockets.
No,
right now.
all right. Who's your dark horse? Horse? In the East. Trey?
My dark horse in the East. I mean, it's
Sure did, Mystic Mark. Thanks for the
got to be the Atlanta Hawks. We got Trey Young,
caca.
DeJounte Murray, Quinn Snyder, MIZ, baby.
Okay.
he said, oh, okay. Clint Capella, walking double-double. This team's scary, very scary. DeJounte and Trey could both pop off for 30 at any given time.
They could also pop off for absolute stinkers.
Yeah, but
Don't let him derail you like that.
No,
Sorry,
he's
I
not.
just wanted to make that
no,
note.
they
Trey on
give
my
all
fantasy.
these teams. Cleveland give them a run for their money. New York, I feel like they'd beat them in a 7-game series. Miami right now,
Stand on business.
yeah.
Joey.
Okay.
The Hawks are the team to look out for in the East.
Just
Put it on wax.
You know, few teams I don't think we can call dark horses. You can't call the Magic one right now. They're in the 2nd seed.
horse.
Can't do that.
Can't call the Celtics a dark horse.
Can't do that. Can't. I wouldn't say the 76ers are a dark horse.
Oh.
I would say the Brooklyn Nets.
Okay.
I think the Brooklyn Nets getting back their leading scorer pretty soon would lead them to a playoff run and potentially an Eastern Conference Finals run.
Oh.
Woo!
Whoa!
If Ben Simmons
Did you say
plays
the
at
Nets?
his best.
They've got arguably the most versatile defender in the league. Maybe, I guess, Bam and Claxton are the two.
Bam?
No, between
Oh.
Bam and Claxton. No,
Oh, I was
they don't
like,
have
whoa.
Bam. No.
Did I miss
I was like,
something?
no. Big trade, you didn't hear? I'm looking at that and I go, they got good defense. They got people that can score. They got
Yeah.
defense on the wings. So like, I go, hey,
I like the Nets.
I don't hate them.
John?
I feel like you guys are playing real close to the line with these dark horse picks. Like this doesn't.
Let's hear it.
You're
Call
giving
us
us a
out.
whole lot of real obvious stuff. So what I'm gonna say.
Give us that shit.
Yeah. Tell me
the
why the
Raptors,
Pistons are
yo.
going to
Because we
make
just
it.
talked about the Raptors.
because we don't know where they're going. We don't know what they're trying to do. They're going to be trying to prove themselves. They're trying to make a stretch. They need to know when we get to the end of this season, what moves do we make? What direction are we headed? That is a
Shit.
dark. If they make a run out of nowhere
Right.
unexpectedly and feel like they have to make less changes, we have to make we can make a far shorter plan for the future. That's a dark horse. That's someone with a chance to win. Who right now, they're
What player,
extremely
though?
mediocre.
So if they go get Levine, you think he's changing?
I don't think that it's a player thing. I think they have to figure out how to play together. I think first off, Pascal is great. So it's more of a thing of do we need to let Pascal cook? Do we need to let him be a number 1 or number 2 player on this team, or do we need to go out and replace that? Do we need to find a different number 1, a different number 2, a different offensive focus, a different star player focus? Because it doesn't even necessarily have to be offensive. Maybe you get a defensive leader for the team and you change your whole structure. They are figuring out what they're going to do, and how they play for the rest of this year is going to kind of determine how they move.
I
how
just
they
want to
go move
say
forward.
that you took shots at us for taking the Nets and the Hawks.
And then you go for
The Raptors have won the same amount of games as both of those teams.
All right, man. I mean, but this is a time and a situational thing.
Hey,
so I still picked the worst team of the bunch.
Yeah, I mean,
and
that is
give me
mathematically.
some credit.
That's true. Hey, go ahead, pick the Hornets real quick, Jordan.
I would not. I would not. I would never. I agree the Nets could make a little noise. Thank you so much for playing along with Curiosity Corner. It's time to adjust the rotation. I think it's this one.
Oh.
the one.
Love this intro video.
He said,
He's so happy about it.
All right. Welcome to Adjust the Rotation. Thank you so much for joining us today, everybody. In this one, I will list 4 mystery stats. For example, Russell Westbrook's career turnovers, Kobe Bryant's missed field goals, etc. It will be your job to work as a team to put them in order from greatest to least, however the fuck you want to do it, without knowing exactly. It will be scored based on how many of the 4 stats you have in their correct order. For every stat that you have in the correct spot, we're going to change it today to 100 points. For every stat you have in the incorrect spot, I receive the 100 points. Are you ready to begin, team?
I'm pumped.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Nope, not going to work for me. It's fine. It's just so much worse than this.
This is the best.
Here are your 4 mystery stats. Dwayne Wade's career points. All of these, I'm not going to say career every time. All of the stats in every single category of the game is career stuff today.
Okay.
Dwayne Wade points. Chauncey Billups field goal attempted. LeBron's career minutes played. And Kevin Garnett's rebounds. Again, that's Wade points, Billups field goal attempts, LeBron minutes, and KG rebounds.
Say it again. I'm sorry.
One more time, just for your measure. Dwayne Wade career points, Chauncey Billups field goal attempts, LeBron minutes played, and Kevin Garnett rebounds.
I really want to go LeBron minutes as the biggest one.
Are we working as a team? Or
You are working as a team.
Whole team.
Okay.
LeBron is the biggest one.
That's number 1. Yeah, absolutely. I would say I'm going.
You think so?
Bron minutes.
Dwayne Wade's higher than you think in scoring.
Yeah, LeBron's played.
Yeah, but it's
I also just want it to be known, this one is an easy one to get John kind of acclimated to the game, so just so you know. Don't big brain yourself out.
Yeah,
of this
for
one.
sure. Yeah, you
LeBron minutes.
minutes. Okay. Then Dwayne. What was the other 2 were?
Here's my problem with Dwayne Wade. I think Wade and KG are the next 2. I think the lowest one is Billups field goals attempted. And then
Yeah, I would say KG then Dwayne.
I kind of want to say that too, but I also
KG does get a lot of rebounds, but
yeah, but and he played a long time. But points they're points.
Dwayne Wade was that guy though.
That's what I'm saying.
for a
but
while.
I would say LeBron's average career points is going to be in the low 30 to upper 20s.
Not LeBron points,
range.
LeBron minutes played.
LeBron minutes is going to be in the upper 20s to lower 30s, and I think Dwayne Wade's career somewhere in the 20s.
Yeah.
So I would go LeBron minutes, Dwayne Wade points.
Yeah.
KG.
And then I'm going
Chauncey.
I'm going KG rebounds at the
Yeah.
bottom and Chauncey field goal attempts third. Personally,
Last, right? Oh, you're going KG bottom, Billups.
KG at
Yeah.
the bottom. KG.
rebounds.
The only thing me and you differ on is
career
his career total rebounds.
No way.
per game, right?
No.
It's a per game stat.
No, it's
I'm with
his
you,
career total.
Justin. I think
career.
I think we're on the
Oh.
same page. Yeah, I think I would go LeBron, Wade, KG, Billups.
I like it.
That's me.
Most to least, I think that's the answer.
Final?
But
You know what?
I'll take that.
just because he was a point guard, I don't see him shooting that much.
Yeah.
Sure,
had
but
Rip Hamilton.
I'm going
Yeah.
with it. I'm going
Yeah.
with it. I like it.
Let's do
I
it.
like
I
it.
like it.
Just to review,
Lock
you're
it in.
going LeBron, Wade, KG, Billups? Is that right?
LeBron, Wade, KG, Billups, least,
Probably gonna
greatest
be-
to least.
It's probably going to be LeBron, KG, Wade, Billups, but we'll
Wow.
Let's go.
400 points.
Let's
go.
Go for it, John. We got to keep rolling, but go for it. Hit that restroom. No big deal. We'll go on to question 2, and you guys will handle the first part of this, and we
Okay.
will hit it. 400 points. Gosh darn it. All right. Here are your 4 stats. Karl Anthony Towns' free throws made.
Okay.
J.R. Smith's three-pointers attempted.
3.
3-pointers attempted. John Stockton's career personal fouls. And Dennis Rodman's career assists.
Okay.
Again, that's Cat free throws made. JR 3-pointers attempted. Stockton fouls, Rodman assists.
Okay.
Adjust
Okay, I
that
think
their rotation.
my first thought is I think Dennis Rodman's assists will probably be a little lower, but is he was he a sneaky assister? I
No,
don't-
he wasn't.
Okay, so I'd have him at the bottom. Did John Stockton foul a lot?
Filling holes.
Filling holes.
I know he assisted a lot.
I think I want to go J.R. Smith first.
For the attempted threes?
Attempted threes, more so than Cat's free throws made.
Okay.
Right? That's
Yep.
where I'm at
Yeah.
with that. What kind of gets me is Stockton's personal fouls, I think, are lower than we think.
But I think it's high because he was known as defensive.
He was, but he has the most steals in league history.
And you
So
have,
did he foul a lot? Or
he
was
was
he
getting his hand in
successful
the
a
cookie
lot?
jar a lot.
Also that.
Yeah, so
I'm okay with it. I kind of,
okay, so yeah, let's go
what do you want to go? J.R. Smith
J.R. Smith
the most, Cat the second.
the second. You think he's been in the free throw line more than John Stockton has steals? Because if he has the most
No, it's not
steals
John
and
Stockton's steals. It's John Stockton's personal foul.
personal fouls, okay. So with him having the most steals, he's
Do I
gonna
think-
he's gonna have a lot of fouls.
Yes.
So I would
But-
go 2 with that.
Sure, but here's my problem with the fouls thing. How many fouls do you think you can average a game for your career? Versus free throws made.
A game, average probably 3 or 4, 3, 4, because you know that you have 6 in NBA. So
yeah,
you-
but
you-
no shot he's averaging 4 a game, and I think Cat's averaging probably 6 free throws made a game. Big guy gets
Okay,
fouled.
okay, we'll give you that then. So let's go Cats 2. I honestly think John Stockton's
3.
second. But we'll go John Stockton 3,
Rodman 4.
Rodman 4. So we got
JR, Cat, Stockton, Rodman.
this one we're gonna get mixed up, I think.
Yeah.
You
Hey!
had those 2 in the middle.
You were right.
Stretched. You
You
were
were
right
right.
there, Trey.
Just-
it was J.R. Stockton, Cat Rodman. J.R. Smith, 5,178 3-pointer attempts at Stockton, 3,942 personal fouls. Cat, 2,309 free throws made. And Rodman, 1,600 assists on the
Crazy.
Really?
money.
That's kind of impressive,
A
huh?
steal's like 50-50.
100
It's like you
points
reach in,
to everyone.
they give it to you, or they blow the whistle.
Blow the whistle. All right, question 3 now. 4-3. Tim Duncan's career steals. Michael Jordan's career blocks. Shaquille O'Neal's career games played. Jason Kidd's offensive rebounds.
Okay, this
Again,
is sneaky.
Duncan steals, Jordan blocks, Shaq games played, and Kidd offensive rebounds.
Shaq's games are going to be up there.
Set any perimeters?
What's that? I think Shaq's.
Oh,
So
I think that's the last one.
you think that's the last? Shaq played for a long time, man.
Yes.
Shaq's
but
career
it-
played games?
huh?
How many seasons did he sit out?
Yes, Shaq's career played games, I think, is the least amount in all of these.
Okay, so wait, because
didn't see
Jason Kidd's offensive rebounds are higher than what we think. Like, because
Yes. Because here's my point. All of these stats, you can get multiple of a game. You can only get 1 game played per game played.
But you're guaranteed to get that 1 game played every single game. You're not guaranteed to get a block. You're not guaranteed to get a
Yeah,
steal.
true.
And I think those are
Yes,
positional
Duncan-
that
82
he
games.
gave
Yes,
us.
yes. Duncan played more years than Shaq did.
but Duncan's
Yeah,
not a
absolutely.
part
But
of
we're
this.
talking about no, we're talking about Duncan steals. I 100% think Shaq has more career games played
Than
than
his steals.
Duncan has career steals. I think the one that's
The
tricky,
defensive juggernaut that is Tim.
I honestly think Duncan's steals are going to be at the bottom.
I think Shaq career games played might be at the
Top. That's what I thought.
I think it's going to be number one.
I think it's gonna go Shaq. So what's the 4-1?
It's
Duncan
it's Shaq-
steals, Jordan blocks, Shaq games played.
Okay.
Kidd
This would be
rebounds,
mine.
offensive rebounds.
This would be mine. Shaq, Jordan's blocks, Jason Kidd's offensive rebounds, and then the
Duncan
Duncan
steals.
steals. That's me.
You want to hear mine?
I agree with you on Shaq games played. And then
Jordan's blocked. He was defensive player of the year, man.
I'm
Hold on.
I'm confused with
All
the
right.
last three because I think they're going to be really, really close to
He
each
said,
other.
"Hold on."
Honestly, my 4 is Duncan steals, Kidd's offensive rebounds, Shaq's games played, and then MJ's blocks. That would probably be my 4.
Michael, you heard it here first.
I didn't hear nothing nowhere. I ain't
I
even
like
listening
Shaq
to y'all.
games played.
Let y'all figure it out.
Y'all can give him whatever answer you
What
want.
is it? What'd you say?
I like Shaq games played number one. Jason Kidd offensive rebounds third.
I need an answer.
Duncan
Let-
Steele
Give
second.
me 4.
Let me do this
Go
one.
for it, Trey.
Go for it, Jay.
We're gonna do Shaq's games. We're gonna do Jordan's blocks. We're gonna do Jason Kidd's offensive rebounds, and we are gonna end it with Tim Duncan steals.
Let's ride with it. I like it. I like
Okay.
it, Trey.
Let's see.
Well, I still like it.
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick.
I still
What
like
is
it.
it?
Just for my own
What
heart
is
here.
it? Yeah.
Duncan steals. Is that right?
Keep going
Okay. Duncan steals,
quickly.
Kidd's offensive rebounds, Shaq's game played, MJ's blocks.
Yeah, at least would have got 100, I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah.
But no.
Damn, that was a
It
tricky
is
one.
Jason Kidd,
Offensive
1,768 offensive
I knew
rebounds.
it.
Don't forget where he
Shaq
ranks on the
games.
all-time triple doubles list. Mans was rebounder. Shaq 1207 games played. Duncan 1025 steals,
Jordan's blocks.
and Jordan 893.
Man,
The
so
lowest.
I liked how I needed to move Kidd rebounds, and then I think my whole thing might have.
Oh, well.
fell
All
into
right,
place.
round 4.
There we go.
Manu games started.
Oh.
Taylor Horton Tucker's assists.
God.
Bob McAdoo steals. And Greg Oden fouls.
Greg Oden's
Yeah.
fouls are gonna be up probably at the highest.
Does McAdoo Steals have this number one?
I just
No.
want to let you know, when I was kind of braining this out, there was one season of Bob McAdoo's career where steals were not recorded. So recorded steals of Bob McAdoo's career.
Fair enough.
Just so we're all
I think Manu starts as the lowest.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
he was a 6 man.
Yeah.
6-6.
But also, now that I say that, I think it's the third one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like fourth, but it's lower, right?
Greg
Bottom half?
Hey, Greg Monroe was a hacker.
Greg Monroe.
That's
said
because
Greg
it's Greg
Oden,
Oden.
right?
So,
Greg Oden. Okay, I thought you said
Yeah, Greg.
I don't know,
Oden is one I
guys.
don't wanna
I'm
put
just
on the
going
spot.
to be Greg Norman.
You know
Who's
Greg
that?
Greg Monroe, he played for the Bucks.
Yeah,
Greg
we
Oden
know who
fouls
Greg
and the
I wanna
Monroe
put
is.
Pistons.
down there.
Promise you right now.
He was a beast. Georgetown.
I want to put
Moose Monroe.
those two.
Whatever you know what? Whatever for you want.
Yeah, you got to make a call.
Come on, the guess.
You make the call. There they are. Manu starts, THT's assists, Bobby steals, Oden's fouls.
Odin, like the
If I'm making
like the Norse god.
if I'm making this call,
Yeah, you are.
I think I'm gonna go THT assists. I know. That's effing ridiculous. THT assists, Bob McAdoo steals.
Okay. Bad.
Jesus. And then Manu starts and Odin fouls is probably what I'd go.
Are you guys just letting him do it?
I am.
Yep.
I'm all in.
All right, give it to me one more time there, sir.
All right, we're going THT assists,
TH what?
Taylor Horton Tucker.
THT.
Okay.
McAdoo steals.
Okay.
Manu starts, Odin fouls.
Yeah, nobody's perfect.
Can I guess it?
Sure.
It's not gonna matter.
It's gonna be Greg Oden fouls.
Okay.
We got. Oh crap! I forgot him.
All right. No. It is Bob McAdoo with 751 steals his first.
you knew-
Taylor Horton
you said
Tucker
it.
with the devil's number, 666. Greg Oden, 374 career fouls. And Manu Ginobili, 349 career starts. He got a few games in there.
Technically only off by 2.
What did you have?
As far as my order.
Oh.
I mean, like,
Wait.
no, you were off 4.
Oh, yeah. They were all
Right, I didn't get
You were all
any of
wrong.
them right, but I'm saying,
Oh.
like, if I move one, like, if I
That's usually how that
swap-
works.
Technically,
That's how that works.
If you move one, another one moves.
But that's literally what I'm saying. If I was to put one thing in number 1, the thing that I had in number 1 now is number 2. So it's
Cactus says Bobby Max was a burglar. Final round.
Oh, we're doing it again.
Jalen Suggs, offensive rebounds. Austin Reeves, steals. Victor Wembanyama, career turnovers.
Jesus.
And Isaiah Thomas, little Isaiah Thomas, career blocks. Yeah.
Hit me with him again.
Okay, then. Jalen Suggs, offensive rebounds. Austin Reeves, steals. Victor Wembanyama's turnovers. And Isaiah Thomas's blocks. Little Isaiah Thomas.
Victor's turnovers are probably high,
double-digit stats.
but I wouldn't say it's the highest.
I'm gonna. Little Isaiah Thomas says what?
Blocks.
Blocks. I'm gonna go Reeves, Suggs, IT Victor.
You said Victor's turnovers?
Victor's career turnovers.
That's 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
Reeves
that's 2.
definitely,
I thought you said he only has 2, and I was like, no fucking
Reeves,
shot.
Reeves
only
definitely, Reeves definitely has a lot of
shot.
steals. I would.
I'd go Reeves, Victor, Suggs, Isaiah.
Run it.
Final?
Final.
No,
Victor,
no.
Victor highest.
Did you want to guess?
I was gonna go Victor.
Can you remember?
Victor, Suggs, Reeves, Thomas.
No, just for good measure, no. You're going to try again?
I know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It says Jalen Suggs, 93 offensive rebounds in his career. Austin Reeves, 81 steals in his career. Isaiah Thomas, 62 career blocks. And Victor, 61 turnovers.
I knew they'd all be close, and they all were double.
They
Boy
were all
turns the
very
ball
close. They
over.
were
Ball
all
over a lot.
They always are.
very, very close.
Everything's under
61
100,
turnovers?
So, yeah.
61 turnovers in however many games he's played. Good job. Justin, what do we finish that game with there, amigo?
That game was 4,
Look at
8,
that.
12, 14 to 200.
Holy
that was
crap.
that game.
Look at that.
I got some points there today, brother. Yeehaw!
basketball.
Yeehaw, basketball. All right, well, now that we've got all these points, you're probably like, hey, but they've got these points. What could they possibly do with them? And to that I say, well, we gamble them away in props to you. Here? Nice.
Another exciting props to you. All right. Okay. Michael,
Yo, man.
you're in last place. You got a lot of points today.
I did get a lot of points. The points thing there, this last week's bet is not accurate. It was updated prior to the episode, which, well, anyway,
we missed a
sorry.
week. It was a whole thing. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
No, it's
that's not the reason it's happening. It's because the bets were put in before. Anyways, go ahead.
anyways. So, you've got the Clippers
I do.
over the Kings.
I hate that pig. Not proud of it. But
are
guess
you
what?
betting all of them?
I got no other choice. Give me all of those bitches on that bad boy.
Alrighty, I've got the Magic over the Wizards. I've got 3,350 points. I'm only gonna bet 100. 100? No, because if you do that, then yeah,
No. Bet 100. Bet 100. Bet 100.
1,000.
It's been so long since you had a punishment. Come on.
I've never had a punishment.
That's not true.
That is true.
All right, I'm going.
Trey,
True.
4,650 points. I believe that is true.
Don't make me do it.
I'm about to
4,600.
make your month of December is going to be real rough, brother. You never should have told me
don't
that.
I'd have to go look at it, but I don't think I've ever had.
I don't think so either. Now that you mention it, you either won the
4,000
trophy or been like second or third.
Yeah, 4,650 points, Trey. The Kings over the Clippers. You're betting against Michael. How many points are you betting?
Kings over Clippers.
Bet it all. Bet it all.
Be conservative.
No,
I'll
bet it all.
I'll bet 500.
500. John Bentley.
You could wiggle your way out of first.
What?
Yeah.
If you're
Yeah.
wrong, you could
You could
like
lose.
not
No.
win first place. Why not just do
All of them.
less?
No, I don't want to be last.
It's not about last. I'm saying if you only bet 400, you would tie Bob. You could bet 300 and win the month no matter what.
We tied, then we could do a little tiebreaker.
Whatever you want to do, man. John.
All right, John, you got 800 points. You're in second place.
No, he is.
Just do
he's
600.
got more than that.
Chalk me up for 600.
Oh, yes.
Now-
Sorry. Yes, you've got more points. than that.
He's got How many points? He got 800 points today.
3,800 points.
So
Whoa.
2,800, I believe.
Sorry,
right?
no.
Yep.
Well, there's two numbers there, so I don't know.
This is his points for today. 800
And
points
that was
is what
the
he won.
bet.
He has 2,000 points before
2,800 points. You're in first
today.
place.
2,800 points. You are in first place, man.
Wait.
Congratulations. Do you want to hold on to that, or do you want to take a?
You want to roll with the magic with me?
I do not. Want to roll with the magic. I'm sorry. I'm not like anti-magic. I'm not against you.
Do you
necessarily? You know what I'm
magic?
saying? You know, because it's
And
the
muggle
magic
ass.
playing the wizards, and there's a whole lot of magic going on in there. But I'm gonna stay away from that.
All right, whatever.
I'm gonna roll with Jazz over Grizzlies,
Jazz over the Grizzlies.
and I'll bet. Let me just do a smooth 400 points on that.
So
Well,
you
I
have
don't
2,800. Yeah, I mean,
2,800.
if you lost it, you would still be tied for first.
Yeah.
I don't want to be lame though. Yeah, let's do. Let's
Bet 'em all.
Let's go with the 500. Let's go with the 500. Put some steak on it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. It's either first, it's
Feel
either a
stress.
larger lead on first, or just by a hair, second place to
Yeah, I like that.
Water,
Yeah.
Miles Durr Water.
I like
All
that.
Sounds
right.
good.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a fun episode today was,
Yeah, it was.
gentlemen. John, thank you so much for being back with us.
Thank you for having
We
me.
will probably have you on a couple more times throughout the season, and we're kind of doing this rotating host schedule thing, and we want to get you on as much as you'd like to be on. So thanks for joining us again, and we look forward to seeing you again in the regular season. Everybody listening or watching at home, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate it. As always, go to yaybasketball.com for exclusive YB merch. We've got t-shirts, mugs, hats, stickers, and hoodies with a bunch of great designs. And our Black Friday deal ended today, so if you missed it, you missed it. Sorry.
Philly is murdering the Lakers.
Are they smoking them right now?
138 to 92.
Tyrese does Tyrese have a 30 ball?
No, but Joel Embiid does. Has a 30-point triple-double.
Tyrese does have a 30 ball. Yes.
That is not what
he
the
does?
boy needed.
Yeah, he's got 30 and 7.
Dang.
Nice.
Goodness gracious.
30 and 30 from the Stars.
This is not what I like to
hard
see
to
right now. Oh, man, they're all getting torched. Holy crap. Well, I mean, that's bad. That's really bad. Anyways, okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. As always, be sure to like, subscribe, rate 5 stars, share with friends, leave a review, all that, and follow us at @yay_basketball on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram.
Add me on the ground.
Just a reminder, we are streaming live from the Yay Studio.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
John, any parting words for the people?
No, man, I just appreciate you having me.
Always.
Let's all get some good sleep after this Thanksgiving weekend.
Lord knows we need it. Justin.
Believe in magic, folks. Just believe in magic.
Or believe in wizards.
The Lovin' Spoonful. Trey.
So I mentioned it earlier that it was Cyber Monday, but we also can't forget that it's National Bavarian Cream Pie Day.
Wait, what? Barbarian?
You heard
cream?
it right.
Bavarian
Bavarian.
cream.
So
Oh,
guys,
Pie
go
Day.
Hey.
go get you your cream
Some
pies.
barbarian
Yo,
cream.
yo.
We're filling holes. We got a lot of shit going on.
Bringing it back.
Shit gets crazy after the hour 15 mark.
Oh, PG-13.
Oh, goodness. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. We will see you next week with a...
Well, they can't see that, can they?
See what?
What you have on the screen right now.
No, they can't see my
Okay.
fantasy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. We love you. Don't forget, Yay Basketball.
Fill those holes.
What'd you have on there?